edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Denver Broncos.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And the Mile High Air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Minshew. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Kareem Hunt.
Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready up.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. He'll set up to throw from the gun. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st down, Dolphins.
From the gun, it's Tua. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Touchdown.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Broncos nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Out quickly to Judy. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's going to go down again. Harold Landry able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
Play action, now it's Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Minshew. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
91 is the mark. I got him.
On second down now. It's Hunt, and a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Minshew sets to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Broncos nothing.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
29 yards. And the Dolphins
going to the air. Tagovailoa. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the 2.
1st and goal, Miami.
Now Jones. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we're usually talking about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
And what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. They'll send this away to the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is the tight end fan. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the 1st, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
He's not going to get me.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
4th down.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Tua. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
On play action. Here's Tua.
7-yard line.
And this one is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From 17 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
The score, Dolphins 28. Broncos, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Minshew. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Harold Landry in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is taken just shy of the 10. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Touchdown,
Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, you know, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 27 yards there, a first down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Back to throw now on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
32-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle, 55. And watch that.
Needing the top yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. And let's get that ball again. Let's get that ball right here.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a dump off here complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant there to make the grab. And the Broncos are in for 6. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage.
He was
calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up third down.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Mike 55, Mike 55.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
At the 33-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
55 is mine, guys, 55.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Check 91 hurries. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
They'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That is caught at the 7. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Dolphins 49, Broncos 7.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
For Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot.
Aaron Jones.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over first and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
55, right there in the middle, 55.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Switch gears, switch gears.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Thank goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile,